Hello and welcome to Math 1350 for fall of 2020. And this is an online course, and so everything for the whole entire semester should be online. If you would like to come to campus, there will be opportunities to come to campus for a few different things, but it won't be required at all. So my name's Laura Bean. You can call me Mrs. Bean. I'll be the instructor for the course. If you do come to campus and you want to interact face-to-face, I'm on campus 3 days a week, and my office is in Binion 311. If you go into the course on D2L, you're obviously here since you're watching this video, but the syllabus should be in two different places. It should be under week 1, and then it also should just be under syllabus, and so you can print it out if you want to. You don't have to, but this is the syllabus, and that's kind of what I'm going to be referring to throughout this video if you would like to print it. So my office hours, I'm available on Wednesdays from 8 to 9 a.m. and then from 12 to 1 p.m. and then Fridays from 12 to 1 p.m. Those are all in my office, but I can also do a virtual office hours at that time if you need that. And then on Tuesday and Thursday, I'm available from 1 to 2 p.m. online. The virtual office hours, I haven't quite figured out exactly how we're going to do that. It's either going to be a Zoom meeting or it'll be through UCU that's on D2L. We're just gonna have to try it out. We're gonna see what works best. So if you need to meet with me, please send me an email like in advance a little bit. Just let me know that you want to meet, and we will set up a specific Zoom meeting, and I'll give you all the information, or the UCU stuff, and I'll give you the information for that. The best way to get in contact with me, I have my office phone number on the syllabus, but I'm not there enough. I'm teaching on campus and just everywhere, so I'm not there enough to answer it too often. So email is the best way to contact me. You can do that through D2L, or you can just send an email to my specific email address, which is laura.bean@tmuc.edu. My preferred form of communication is email, and I will respond within 24 hours, Monday through Friday, and then on weekends it may be closer to 48 hours. Another form of communication is through Remind 101, and I have a video on how to access that and get enrolled in the class on Remind 101. So just see that video and it'll explain everything for that. So for this class, you need the textbook. This is what the textbook looks like. It has an apple on the front. It's the 7th edition. You can try an earlier edition, but usually they change some of the problem numbers, and so your homework might be off on if you use an earlier edition. So I'd encourage you to get 7th edition. You'll need this textbook for this course and also for the next one, for Math 1351. So thankfully it's a book for 2 courses. Okay, so make sure you get that textbook. You will need it for your first week of class. Your first assignment is out of the textbook, so make sure you have that textbook. For the class, you need to have something to take notes with. Okay, you can do this however you want to. You can do it in a binder, you can do it on a spiral, you can do it just on paper and keep track of it. There will be videos of me giving notes, and most of the notes that I'm giving is you'll only see my hands writing the notes. You won't see my face during the videos. And it is beneficial for you to sit and write the notes out like you would in class. You will learn by writing them out, and then it'll be easier to refer back to them for studying for exams and for your homework and stuff. So I strongly encourage you to take notes as I am taking notes, and if I'm writing it down, probably you need to be writing it down as well. Okay, so that's the main thing you need. You also need a basic calculator that's not on your phone, because on your exam you can't use your phone. So you'll need a basic calculator. It can be a scientific calculator, it can be a graphing calculator, it doesn't matter, but it'd be helpful to have a calculator for the course. Okay, it'd be helpful to have colored pencils at some point, but that's not required. So a few things about this course. You need, since it's online, you need to obviously have access to regular, consistent access to the internet, stable access, so that you can watch videos, so that you can upload documents and submit things online, and then also for taking your exams, and we'll talk more about it in just a second. So you need to have some sort of access to stable internet. I don't have good internet at home just because we live out in the country. So for me, if I was a student, well, as of now, that means coming up to my office to work. But as a student, that might mean me going to Starbucks and sitting at Starbucks or sitting at McDonald's or somewhere that has stable internet. So that might be an option for you also if that's an issue. You're also going to need some type of webcam, so it can be on your laptop, it could be something on your computer. You can also use your phone as a webcam. That's for the online proctoring of the exams, and we'll get into that a little bit more. Okay, so what else on this syllabus? Okay, so you have 3 parts of your grade. Your exam and your final exam is 70% of your grade, and then you have weekly assignments that are homeworks and reflections. That's 15% of your grade, and then there will be some projects, some participation activities, and some quizzes throughout the semester, and that'll be 15% of your grade. Each week on the course, you will have a checklist, and this is kind of what the checklist looks like. This is week 1's checklist. That will be under each week. The week starts on Monday morning and it ends on Sunday night of that week at midnight. So everything will be due on Sunday night at midnight. Okay, so the first thing would be on the checklist that says watch the welcome video. Check, you're doing that right now. Okay, so the next thing you do is watching the remind video, and also there's a video on how to make a PDF document. All of your assignments need to be turned in as a PDF document. So I have a video specifically on of different ways to make that, okay? If you're not familiar already with how to do that. And the next thing is submit your introduction assignment. So there's a place on D2L on week 1, we have like videos, or I think there's like a welcome thing, and then videos, and then assignments. And so under assignments, one of them is your week 1 introduction, and if you click on it, you should be able to open up the document, and that's where you submit the assignment as well. And then the next thing it says print the note sheets. So there's a place that says notes, and then there's any note sheets that I use during the lecture. I have those there. If you want to print them, you do not have to print them. It's up to you, but that's an option. And then there's a reading from the textbook. It's basically pages 1 through 19. I took out a few pages that you didn't need, so that's from the textbook. You got to read that. And then there are 2 videos to watch for this week, and these 2 videos are a little on the longer side. So some weeks you'll only have 2 or 3 videos. Some weeks you might have like 6 or 7 videos, but they're shorter. So like these, I believe, are like 30-ish minutes a piece. And then I think next week there's like 7 videos, but like one video is 8 minutes and one video is 6 minutes. So it's just kind of how I broke it down. Instead of making like a really long one, I just did a lot of shorter ones. So the videos are the lecture. That's where you're like taking notes and pausing if you need to finish writing something down or work something out. And then after the lecture, you are going to do your homework assignment, and it's covering things from the lecture, and then you'll do your reflection assignment. The reflection assignment is in place of class discussion that we would have. Normally, if you were taking this in class, we would do activities in class. We would do different discussions, like I would give you a discussion prompt and we talk about it as a class, and we're kind of missing out on that aspect of it. So and as a replacement, we're going to do reflections, and so I have different articles that I've personally picked out myself and thought they were great articles and would like changed my view as a teacher, and so I have put those in the reflections, and then there's just going to be a few questions you have to answer. So I've also included in the reflection assignment a format sheet of everything I need. So it's like 400 to 500 words. It needs to be in 12-point font, Times New Roman, and so on and so forth. So you can read all that information in the reflection document. Okay, so that's kind of what to expect for the course. Every once in a while you'll have a quiz. I believe the first quiz is on week 3. And then you will also have some projects sprinkled in throughout the semester. Okay, so that's kind of what to expect weekly throughout the course. You will have at least 2 assignments due every Sunday night at midnight. You can also work ahead in the course if you want to. Right now, as of the time I have this video made, I only have 2 weeks posted. I'm going to try by the first day of school to have the first 3 weeks posted. So you can get ahead up to the next exam, but I don't want you to go past that exam because I don't want you to get confused when you go to take the exam. So you'll see what's available to you. So feel free to work ahead and turn things in on time. But you cannot get behind in the course just because you're going to get too far behind if you skip a week. So everything's due Sunday night at midnight, and that's a firm deadline. Okay, so I'm not accepting any late work after Sunday night at midnight because I'm giving you 7 days to complete it. So just be sure you're staying on top of it and getting it done. Okay, also the other reason why I'm not accepting late work is because I am posting the solutions to the previous week's homework like on Monday. And so once the solutions are posted, I'm not going to accept the assignment just because you've had the opportunity to look at the solutions at that point. Okay, so you need to attend this course, and by that you need to be accessing it every single week at least one time, if not more than one time. And we have, and I can go through on detail and just make sure that you're accessing it enough and going to all the topics and doing everything for the course. Just a reminder, like if you're taking this class in person, you would be in class for 2.5 hours every week. So just have an idea of you are going to be spending at least that much time on this course, okay? Even though it's online and it can be spread out to 10 minutes here, 15 minutes here, it at least 2.5 hours, if not more, because in class you would be listening to lectures for that long, and then you would have homework assignments outside of that time. So plan to spend at least 3 hours, if not more, per week for this course. What else? Let's talk about exams. There will be 3 exams given in this course. So exam number 1, exam number 2, exam number 3. Those exams are going to be through an online proctoring service. As of right now, there are 2 options, and I'm not 100% sure on which one we're going to be using. But for either of the options, you have to have stable internet that's not going to crap out on you within the hour and a half that you have to take your exam. And you're also going to need some type of video device. So again, I said this earlier, like a webcam on your computer, webcam on your laptop. You can also use your phone, you can use an iPad. It just needs to have something that you can like do essentially a Zoom meeting, and it can record you as you're taking the exam. So you'll need to have that, and then your exams will be pencil and paper, and so some people really like to print off the actual exam and write on the actual exam. So if that's the case, then you might want to have access to a printer for your exams. You can also just do it on your own paper and say this is number 1, this is number 2, and that's fine too. So it's just kind of your preference. So printer would be helpful, but it's not completely necessary for the course. Okay, so when we will get more information about the exams when we get closer. Week 4 is your first exam, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, week 4 is your first exam, so at least by week 2, I will send out an email or make a quiz or something to make you sign up for your exam for the time that's going to work for you, and we'll have multiple options available. We'll have options in the morning, options in the afternoon, and options in the evening for those that work and can't do it during the day, okay? So don't stress out too much about that. Just make sure that you have a way to do online proctoring, like a video feed of some sort. The other thing is the final exam. The final exam is actually going to be optional. If you are happy with your grade at the end of exam 3, after exam 3, I'll put all your grades in. If you're happy with your grade in the course, you do not have to take the final exam. If you're not happy with your grade in the course, you can take the final exam, and the final exam actually replaces your lowest exam grade. So say you take exam 1, your internet fails, like all these things go wrong, you bomb the exam just because you got so stressed out about it or whatever. For whatever reason, you bombed exam number 1. And then you do well on exam number 2 and 3. We'll say you still have a C in the class because of that one bad exam grade. You can take the final exam and it'll replace that exam 1 grade, and you could bring your grade up significantly at that point. So that's an option for you if you if that happens. For the most part, most people, except for those extenuating circumstances, are pretty happy with their grade and they choose not to take the final exam. The final exam will be before Thanksgiving break. Okay, so it's going to be during week 14. So Thanksgiving break is week 14, so it'll be at the beginning of that week and maybe at the end of the week before. And we'll talk more about that as we get there. And then the last 2 weeks after the final exam, we have a few projects we're going to be working on, like a lesson plan project. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else. At the end of the syllabus is like a schedule of the semester, and you can see that if you click on that. And it kind of just shows when your exams are, what weeks your exams are, so you can prepare for that. So I am looking forward to this semester. I'm looking forward to meeting you through your introductions and learning a little bit more about you, and just get to talk a lot about kids with mathematics. So I'm looking forward to a great